Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Philippines with Dice. Joining by
Budadi!
Budadi. So, our topic for today, guys, is we're gonna talk about marriage.
Yeah,
Mar-
this came about because of our, little romantic dinner that we had to the sunset. And I
yes,
guess because of the camera movement or, like my gestures and stuff like that, it threw some people off and they thought that I was getting down on one knee and propose. But just to set the record straight, we're not going to get married. We're not going to do
no,
so anytime soon. And not because of the love factor,
yes,
but because of the more logical and more practical factor. Because in the Philippines, when you get married, what happens, honey?
no divorce, and it's commitment also, guys. Then what if takes like 20 years and you guys are like out of love anymore? You cannot be with other woman or men because here in the Philippines,
It's eternal.
yes,
And
it's,
if something happens, maybe 20, 30, 40 years from
yes,
now, I don't know. If there's some kind of friction, then it's going to be eternal flame.
yes,
Say my name, say my name.
yeah,
But
just like a song.
not that either of us is in doubt of our relationship or whatever, but ever since the very beginning, we had a very I guess intelligent conversation, and we were more putting an emphasis on the practical and logical things in our life over emotional.
Yes.
There is a time for emotions, obviously. That's what, after 9 p.m. when we go to bed. And then the rest of the day, from the time we wake up, everything has to be logical and everything has to be practical. As
Yeah.
far as our finances and our business, everything else is concerned, it's just like all my life, I guess since I was a kid, I was a very emotional person and it doesn't get me anywhere. And I know she's a very emotional person after meeting her, but it's just in the process of doing business with her and having this partnership with her, I have kind of brushed off some logical and removing the emotion aspect out of it because everything in life, emotions, it's good for a certain thing, but as far as the function of life is concerned, I think emotion is just a distraction from reality, or it prolongs what reality has to bring. I guess the best example that I have is, if a bear was to charge at you, if you behave or you react emotionally and just freeze up with fear is an emotion, of course, then you're done for, But if you keep calm and take the emotional aspect, the emotion aspect out of it, and you know that bears don't like to mess with dead animals, and you play dead, you apply logic, and then you can potentially or perhaps save your own life. And in business, if you're trading in the market, if you're an emotional trader, it's just bad news. You might have a few lucky trades here and there, but in the long run, it's just bad news. If you're a gambler, if you're an emotional gambler, a poker player, it's just all downhill. So that is, it is what it is, and we look at our life, or like I have trained myself for a very long time in my life to not be an emotional person, and I think that is one of the contributing factors for someone like me who doesn't even have a high school diploma. Was able to move here to the Philippines at 44 years old and turn 45 here, and start a very legitimate and stable scooter rental business. And in the process, like I was able to brush off a few of the Westerner way of doing business on her, and she's a good student. And and also she's a good student with the not being emotional aspect. So as far as getting married is concerned, I'm not closing the door to that. Hey, you're hurting my feelings. I cry too. But jokes aside, it's just like as far I'm not closing the door on it,
Yes.
but there may perhaps be that potential, like in the future, but this is not the time for us to, get ourselves in those kind of commitments.
Yes, because for now we're just focusing in our goal, travel, and also helping people, especially the young generation right now that lacks of resources. Like,
Yeah, just our philanthropy work in
yes,
general, it's just like not every two person is alike, it's just
yes,
like everything that we have done so far is different in its own right, with Jill, it's just like
yes,
she wanted to be a vlogger,
yes,
and I saw the opportunity of being, like creating, like a channel and creating some content that would, like compensate her, like I guess passively. And so I was all for it. Unfortunately, like I had some viewers that chooses to be anonymous till this day, and
yes,
was able to donate the iPhone and buy the iPhone and a laptop for her. That's a start, and I was able to mentor her. At some point, towards the beginning, her channel was making more money than me,
yes,
than my channel. I wasn't ashamed of it, I was
yes.
proud of her, and thereafter,
She's
whatever.
successful now.
Yeah, she's making more money from her channel
Yes,
by not having an inventory than what her parents have done their whole entire life, and they have to like waste so many resources and time to chase down inventory. It's just a different way of life. It's a lifestyle, and we were able to successfully find Ken and nurse him back to somewhat of a health and fly him back home.
yes,
And every movement is different, and that's why I don't want to organize either, because I like the flexibility. I don't want to ask anybody for permissions or approvals whether I can take on a certain case or not. It's just spontaneous. Whatever we come across that we think that we can do, then we stick our nose in businesses that are not ours, and hope for the best. And fortunately, I have on my channel, have a big supportive, like the Q community I refer to. It's
yes,
just it's able to help me accomplish what I wouldn't otherwise be able to accomplish, and I wouldn't able to accomplish any of that without her. So it's just like we're here not to preach, but to speak on our own personal experience and our
yes,
own personal beliefs.
yes.
It's
We
just
just
like,
share
yeah.
our
And the Filipino society is still heavily influenced by the Catholic
yes,
Church.
and not to offend to my Filipino, my co-Filipino, but this is from my perspective that about marriage.
Yeah, and if you believe in the tradition of getting married, and for those who have, like been married for, many, many years of marital bliss, like I congratulate you, and
Yes,
I'm all for that. But it's just our personal
yes,
belief and our personal endeavors. We're gonna keep very busy. It's just like we recently tried to hit up JRC to work on her visa, tourist visa to the United States. That didn't work out. They don't cater to that
so
kind of service. So we had to figure it out ourselves. We tried to chase down a few services, professional services.
yes,
They were not responsive, so I'm not going to chase them down to
uh-huh.
utilize their business. So we ended up, staying busy and applying for it ourselves. But I made a mistake and put one letter off of her
Yes,
passport. So it just opened up a can of worms. But we're hoping that we fix that today. We just have to wait for the
response of the
yeah,
immigration
yeah, for the U.S.
embassy. I no 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 no
Immigration.
immigration. Yes,
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a tourist visa. She has no intention of living there. I don't have any intention of
no,
living there. It's just a quick visit to visit my dad.
yes,
But yeah, so like, and then we're looking to start other businesses also. And we're looking for land to buy. It's just in Bohol. It's just our life is just already overwhelmed as it is. To plan a wedding and to think about like what may or may not hold in the future and stuff like that. It's just very overwhelming,
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just all the people that we're helping, that we're mentoring now, it's just a random, spontaneous,
Yes.
like we come across this situation and then, with my mischievous mind, I'm like, hey, what if we did it this way? And then we just end up, like finding a worthy cause. And, we see hope, I'm not, like Mr. Know It All either. A lot of things, it's just like I'm dibble dabbling on different things also. And but the nice thing is, it's just the people that we're helping, they're not, risking their finances,
Yes.
So if a bad decision was made, it's just like they are not doomed. It's just like they will lose something that was never theirs to begin with. But if they were successful, like someone like jail, it's uh then there's like a world to gain, so it's nice. So marriage is really not,
Not
in
in our
our,
priority.
yeah, it's not in our priority. It's not in our personal belief.
Yes.
Again, I have to emphasize the word personal. And for those who are saying, to not let her go, in the comments, she's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just here. I just don't have any
Yeah.
plans for. I not plans. I don't have for me is I don't believe in marriage honestly. I'm a Filipina. I live and grow here in the Philippines. This is the traditional country, but for my perspective, I don't believe in marriage.
Yeah.
That's for my thought, not to offend anyone.
Yeah, that's just your personal,
Yes.
yeah, but it's just there's so much more to be done, it's just like she's not going anywhere, I'm not going anywhere, she's my better half and vice versa. So, like uh just going through the process, the traditional process of
Yes.
getting married, I don't think it's going to change, our feelings for each other,
Yes.
whether positively or negatively. So, but to have that pressure of being confined for the rest of your life, and it's just a big pressure to have, especially for somebody like me who grew up in Los Angeles, where breakups are more convenient and more desired or sought after. It's easier, growing up there, and the mindset is over there. It's just like it's easier to just break up, over some minor differences, and it's easier to start a new relationship. It's more thrilling, and you know, going through the chase, and it's more thrilling to experience that puppy love all over again, over like working things out. And I'm in the perfect place right here in the Philippines with this perfect girl right here. We had our differences and we had our arguments, and she
Sometimes.
shed a few like emotional tears of sadness. But in the Philippines here, it's the cultural difference is a little bit different. Like typically, generally speaking, the Filipinas, they desire to sit down and work out your differences
Yes.
over, breaking up. Breaking up is
Yes.
not a solution. It's the last solution.
Yes. As long as we can fix the problem,
Yeah.
we will try it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and I can't find a better woman, out there. It's just I'm sure, like a better woman for somebody else exists, but as far as to accommodate me, my lifestyle, and what I want and need to accomplish, I don't think another one exists out there. Even if there is, I don't want to jeopardize what we have here to start all over again. It's just that we made so much progress, and she's
Yes.
my backbone. And yeah, it's just starting over is not a fun endeavor. That's all I have to say about that.
That's it.
No, I
Nothing
mean,
more?
do you have any other inputs?
No. I'm sorry, I was just distracted with the shells here.
Yeah, that's okay. I think, it's just tradition is great, but I think everything I've done, all the philanthropy work, the
Yes.
scooter rental, business and everything is very non-traditional. For God's sake, I have defiance and rebellion tattooed on myself. Not saying that I am a criminal or anything like that, but all my life, even in sales, I like to do something different, go against the grain. That's just my attitude, and that is applicable to marriage as well. It's just like in my mind, if I'm doing uh, the same thing as everybody else, then I'm just part of the competition. What is there unique about myself? Nothing. I'm just a number. But if I go against the grain and kind of do the opposite of what everybody else is doing, then it just separates me from all my competitions and make me unique. And I think I attribute a lot of my success in the sales career to that. It's just even over here, where the tradition is, you buy a used motorbike and you just let it sit there. People come, people come. You don't even advertise it.
Yes.
For me, it's just like I have to do different. I buy all my I spend the extra money, buy a brand new motorbike from the dealer, and then I spend extra money to, pack it up with safety equipment and, lights and every little minuscule details, and that allows me to charge, a little bit higher price, and it beats out my demand because, you go to my any of my other competitors, the USB doesn't work, or the brake is like, giving out, or you're gonna get a flat, or they even rent it to you with an empty gas tank.
Yes.
We do completely the opposite. Full gas tank, unlimited miles,
Yeah.
go wherever you go. We don't confine you to the city, and that's my point, and that's applicable to marriage as well. It's just like we want to just for ourselves. We don't preach to the two girls that we're raising. If they want to get married, all power, more power to you. But just to our immediate selves, it's just like we're trying to. Well, we're not trying to, but we are breaking tradition, and we're not looking forward to that. We're
Yes.
not,
That's
again, we're not closing the door to it.
Yes, but for us is as long as we love each other, we're happy together, then that's enough.
And if you're not happy, you know where the door is. No, I'm just kidding. But all joking aside, but that's the
Yes.
reality of it is, if she's not happy, she know where the door is. I'm not happy, I know where the door is. But I don't see that as part of reality because
Yeah.
like after the year and what 2 months, 3 months that we've been together,
No,
there's a
one
level.
year and 5 months.
Yeah, like
One
the
year and
the
a half.
level of reliance that we've grown on each other, it's just like we're just our better half. She's the left glove and I'm the right glove. Once you separate those two gloves, you can find another glove, but it'll be a mismatch. And and
You're gonna back to zero.
yeah, so it is what it is. But we're not getting married, not happening. I'm not letting her go at the same time, but not getting married.
Marriage not insist for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. You spend a lot of money to feed a lot of strangers, and for what?
For nothing.
Yeah. So, so that's that.
Yeah.
I'm about to jump in the water, honey.
Yeah. I was distracted with our surrounding guys, even at the back, our front, the mountain. Oh my god.
Yeah, you should lift the camera a little bit to
Yeah.
see the backdrop.
You should do that. I'm already.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we apologize
Yes.
if the
We just use
sound of the
rock.
water, if the sound of the water is kind of a nuisance, but this is what we are.
Yes, that's
This is
our
our
background.
backdrop.
And the front, honey.
Yeah, the front is the mountains,
Ta-da! That's why I was distracted.
the jungle.
Yes.
Yeah, but anyway,
So, ay, hala.
I'll hold it.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy our video. That's our perspective about marriage. and because some people commenting about marriage about us. So that's it. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel, and thank you for keep watching my videos, my contents, and thank you so much, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to everyone. Q Adventures subscribers, our subscribers, thank you so much for keep supporting us, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the button below. So that's it. Bye, and thank you so much. God bless you all.